Okay, let's see if tonight's stream doesn't freeze. I didn't think it was freezing yesterday, but it looks like on the replay that it was. So let's see what happens. So that's why everything is like renamed as of last night to the same thing, because I'm not trying to have that same problem. So it's looking like I'm watching it and the stream looks to be moving. Everything a little glitchy, but that's just because of the loading of the zone. So we should be fine. I changed codecs, and so those codecs, should have cleaned things up a little bit. So let's hope that works. It looks like it's smooth, so I won't know until I know. I need to clean up this. Let's do that. And I'll send out the notification. That YouTube link is different. Okay, there we go. Now that's fixed, solid, smooth. Hopefully everything's looking good. I don't see that it's not looking good, so if it is, somebody will have to tell me. Or if it's not, somebody will have to tell me. So yesterday, after the stream, basically I set a whole bunch of stuff up, and then Habitat told me, he was like, "Hey, bro, your stream on horizontal is completely frozen." I was like, "What?" I watched it, and sure enough, everything was absolutely frozen. So I was like, "Okay, that's silly." So, anyways, that's why this is all renamed the same thing. I just deleted all those, and we'll be moving to fixing that. Okay, that's fixed. I sent a Discord message to the wrong people. Whoopsie. Yeah, it looks like Twitch is working too. So, I don't know if my chats are. Yep, they're working. Okay, cool. Easy day. So, anyways, where I was going with this is I was sitting there, and after stream, I worked on getting a couple of things in place, and one of the things that I wanted to do was try out the new character renamer that Anti made for his plugin, and I did actually get that to work, and the renamer is awesome. So now everything is renamed just like it should be. But what I'm waiting on is to find out. I sent in a ticket with Rikoku for the suit to see why the mesh wasn't loading, because my mesh is like, it's almost, I want to say it's like 99% a match for the UE5 Manny, and so I'm thinking it should load. In my head, that's what I tell myself. This should load, and then it doesn't, and I don't know why it's not loading. So I can't use my Rikoku suit to make the animations. Now, I had some really cool and less than fun people to talk to on the Rokoko forum who had mentioned that, you know, you could do retargeting. I mean, obviously you can do that, but that's less. That works less the crazier the mesh gets, right? What? Why is my phone? What? That's crazy. The song pulled on my phone. What the F? That's kind of cool. And not at the same time. I was like, wait a minute, why did... Is that a remix of the song? Anyways, so I renamed the mesh. I'm working on the fly animation that you'll see here in 2 seconds when I switch over the why is that say? Oh, that's why, because it was on source vertical. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so I was working on the fly animation because I got flying in. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to make the fly animation. It'll be super cool. And then I mean, I made it. And then I was going to work on some other parts of the animation. But the issue that I ran into was even after renaming all of the bones, which I have done, it still didn't work and load into Rokoko Studio. So I was like, well, okay, it didn't work. It didn't reload. You know, what is the option that I have? And I don't really have any good options. So that's what we're gonna stick with, and we'll go from there. What we'll do today is we're primarily going to focus on why did I bring that up? That's a good question. The reason why I brought that up is because when I play, you'll see the character is kind of slanted. And that's because the animation's all jacked up. But I did add in flying now, so we do have flying. Yay! So I can fly where I need to fly. It doesn't really do me any good because, or I mean, it does me good because I can move around, but the player is not animating and it's all jacked up. It's a pretty simple fix, but I'm not going to do it yet. And the reason why I'm not going to do it yet is because I am going to be waiting for the Rokoko people to get back to me and tell me if my setup works or not. So if my setup doesn't work, then I'm not going to waste the time of fixing this and getting it all looking good. I'm just going to, you know, at that point, I'm just going to use the old method and not use the Rokoko suit. Or we can do targeting. Retargeting might be the answer, as much as I don't want to do that. So we'll see. Either way, character's broke for the next day or so. And then once it gets cleaned up, I'll be able to, you know, or once I get those bones situated, I'll be able to set it up and make sure it's animated properly. So that's where we're at. What the heck is that? Is that the light? Where is that? Is that the light? What is that? I don't know what that is. I think it's the light. Maybe it's not. It could be the reflection in the back. Probably the reflection in the back. Okay. Well, either way, we're ready to roll. Let's get cooking. We got a couple of things. We are not working on the character today, so not something we have to worry about. We are gonna have, like, I'd say a whole week of character work that we're gonna have to do. That is a thing. But we are primarily focused on this is the up, right? Yeah, it's the up. We are primarily focused on this harbor and getting this harbor town finished. So I really need to you know, focus on that. Because I need to turn this over to Habitat, and I need to work on my own crap, which is, you know, totally different. So we need to get rid of all this crap and no longer be in charge of it. That's a him thing, and that means I gotta let it go and let him kind of control it. But to do that, I do want to have a good base for him prior to his kind of retaking over. So that is what we're doing with the streams. Probably for, I'd say, another week. We're going to be working on this and making sure everything looks good, flow is good. It looks, you know, the way that we want it to look, and then he can detail it out from there. I think I might work on the house tonight. We got this kind of base in here. It's not bad, but I kind of want to be able to showcase the house, you know? Because I think that's going to be an important factor is, where are these houses? We know that this is going to be the temple over here. And I think I'm going to make that a sewer entrance. I was just kind of playing with that in my head yesterday. Let's see if I can drink this coffee. I have a cat's tongue. Ooh. Let me try this one more time. Okay. There you go. See if that works. Yeah, so this is gonna be the temple. I don't know if I want a public bathhouse. Like, we could do, maybe this is the public bathhouse that you get inside there, and then that would give you access to all that internals. Maybe this is like where the public pooper is. Makes sense because of these two buildings up here. Maybe this is where all the facility functioning is, or whatever else, and this is where everybody kind of comes in to do their little business. Especially from the market, you know, they come out and they're like, oh yeah, bathroom, bam. We do need to do kind of these front houses and figure those out. I also probably need to move this backwards a little bit so that way this is less silly, because again, as we come up here, we basically need to, yeah, this whole thing needs to get moved. I'm thinking we take this and we, oh wow, I did it in blocks. Damn me and my modularity. Yeah, so I'm thinking we put it back here. And then what this will let me do is I can actually fix this ramp. That's so much that needs to be reworked, but that's okay. Let's set this like this. And then rotate. There you go. And just match. Oh, it's on hundreds? That's why. I was like, I should be able to line that up. Anyways, it's not gonna look like this, but we'll get it to where this lines up. I have a little bit bigger of an entrance, so that way I can talk. And then this will probably be bricked a different way, maybe. I don't know. Is the vertical stream working? Now that's my next worry. Oh, jeez. Let me look. Okay, the vertical stream is working. Okay, good. I wasn't, the replay is like 5 hours behind, so I gotta make sure I check it. I do not want to have the same thing that I had yesterday where I spent an entire stream and can't use it. So I haven't really figured out what I want to do with this area yet. I think that'll come to me as we go. Yeah, and then that's the temple. So this really is going to change. That's the quartermaster. We need to set the arena up. Oh, that's the thing that needs to happen. So I think the next thing that I might do is I might make these walls, because those walls are really going to define a lot. So it's either going to be the house or it's going to be the walls. And I haven't really figured that out yet. I need to, but I don't know what that looks like yet. So let's do that, and then can I do this? Let me see. I'm copying something real quick. Let's see if this works. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I think let's just work on this. This building will probably be a good indicator of how I want this to look. This is a 2-story. We can play with 1 story as well and maybe have multiple levels. And I think that's probably going to be our best bet to kind of define out. If we set this building up and, you know, it doesn't work, then that kind of changes a lot of what we're doing. And so I think for me, that's probably an important thing to kind of get solid sooner rather than later. Because if I wait too long, then we're going to run into problems. And we'll have the same similarity that we did with, Habitat, where, you know, he gets all the way down, created this cool, awesome thing, and then all of a sudden somebody's changing it up on you like, hey, I'm changing this. You're going to be all pissed off. Nobody wants that. So let's try to avoid that as best as we possibly can. And we can do that by making sure that, you know, we are thinking about it early and often and kind of asking that question. So I'm gonna just grab this. We'll export it. And then we'll use this as a base. Yeah, I grabbed everything. Okay, cool. We'll use this as a base structure, and then we'll modify this in Maya. What are we gonna call this? We're just gonna call this Harbor Town Villa, or well, this is apartments. Okay. And then we can export this actor. We'll put it in the downloads folder, which is basically where I put everything, because it's just easily accessible. And then we'll import it into here. Ugh, look at how big that is. Okay. We need to reduce this to 0.1. There we go. Yeah, that's it. That's a good size. That kind of lines up and matches everything. I need to mute that site. You guys don't need to hear that. Yeah, we're gonna line this up, make sure it matches. Yeah. Okay, so that's there. Let's get rid of the hyper shade so that we don't have two different color of models. That's all one mesh, right? Yeah. Use standard shader. I can hide this. No, I'm gonna hide the bottom one. Okay, and then we'll just make sure that this size-wise is good. We'll create a new layer, and then we'll set this there, so that way I have a good size. Do I want to make this center? I don't know. I could. I guess I haven't really decided yet. I forgot to do so many things before starting the stream today. Probably because I was a little late. Actually, I was a lot of late. That's okay, though. So let's set up the walls. We know that these walls are going to be 2. And then we want it on the positive. There we go. Okay, and so what was the argument? I think we made it 9 by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we made them 9. Okay. And then we are saying that they're going to be 8 high. Okay, so this is basically our wall. And let me look at the structure of this. So we're we come up here. I think the entrance should be right here. And so the entrance is going to be, you have that Tetris-y looking thing, right? And then off of the Tetris-y looking thing, we're going to basically have the entire shape or structure. It's kind of funny that it does look like a Tetris shape. So my entrance is right here. Okay, so let's build to the entrance. So that way I have a good idea of what we're doing. And then we'll modify pieces as needed. Because this is definitely not the right shape. That's okay though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is actually, it's a pretty common, that's a pretty common one that we might use, so that's kind of cool. And that's going to be 8 across. What? Oh, there we go. How many is this across? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's 12 across. Disgusting. But that's what it is. Can't complain too much. And we're saying here. So like this entrance goes back a little bit further, which is kind of weird. Not sure I agree with that, but okay. What do we do here? So basically I just shortchanged it. This is a 6, and that's even messed up because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nah, I mean, those are 9. Okay. But then that makes this a 6. I'm going to have issues with walls. Why did I do that? Oh, okay. So I can't F with it. That's why. Because I have a cool little door there. That's okay. Do that. And then we need the normal 9. Nice. That worked. Okay, cool. Now that lines up, which is good. Cool. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so we recreated this. Now, again, these are the slums. So when we think about this, there's going to be, this is a multi-family home with 2, maybe 3 stories. What does that look like? And that's really what we need to design. Now, if we look at Danello's design, or sorry, habitats, I gotta create the habit to call him habitat. He has it's a slant. I think he went straight with this because he gave up on the slant. He was like, F that slant. But he does have some slants. Like this is a slant. Is that a one piece? No, it's not. Is it locked? No, what's it? How can I grab that one? Whatever. I can't grab that one either now. Because they're locked. This locking plugin has issues, brr. Like you click it and then it's locked. Okay, whatever. Anyways, this is what the buildings look like. So he does do a slant in some locations. Like, there are some parts that are slanted. And then there's some that aren't. So, you know, I don't really know. And then he's got a trapezoid based door, which I'm also not opposed to. His windows are kind of they're basic windows. That's fine. What is this? Oh, I can't select that. Okay. Did the mushy. I wonder if there's a unlock all option. We gotta look into that because that's gonna be annoying. Okay, so if we're using that, we can have a couple different options. Now, one of the things that I think would be kind of cool is we're saying that all of these houses are 8 in height, right? That's 2 stories. And if we come in here and I select this, I should, in theory, be able to move this over this way. Yeah. Okay. So in theory, what I'm thinking is if we bring all of this and move it in 1, we get that slant. I don't need this anymore. So we would get that slant. Now, this is going to change all of our structures because basically everything has to be set on that slant now if we do that. See how it like, so we'll have to have a slant and I'll have to have maybe corners like specifically designed, but it would look good. That's the key, right? So it would look good. And it would look unique because, you know, we have a slant on all the buildings now. So the question again becomes, do we pay that price? Because this is going to make it exponentially harder to make kit bash pieces. We're talking like magnitudes harder for kit bash pieces. I don't know. It could be worth it, you know. I don't really have a clue yet. I think that's something that we'd have to either A, just pull the trigger on and deal with it, or B, say no and just do no, you know. But I can attest to the fact that it would be cooler if we did this. But I am these are going to be very specific. Because again, everything changes, you know. My corners will have to be very specific. It looks cool. I'm not arguing that. It looks cool for sure. Let's just do this whole one. Let's do this whole one first. And after I have this one set up, I will then know if I like this or not, and then we'll decide, okay, yeah, it's worth, you know, coming in and creating hell for. Because again, like, even internal pieces, everything is going to be jacked up. Like, absolutely everything is going to be jacked up. Because everything has to have this one offset. Now there'll be walls inside that once they're fully inside, they won't have a problem because they'll be inside. But the ones that connect to the edge of the outside, those are gonna have to be very specific. So, you know, my internal edge walls will have to be very specific. That's okay, though. That's okay. Sometimes making a unique design is worth it, you know? A little bit extra work. I don't know. We'll see, though. This one might not be. I know Habitat had a hell of a time making the pieces modular. I went the wrong way. So I do know there's gonna be headaches while doing this, because again, modularity is if this was a one-off piece, that makes it a lot easier. But with that modularity, we need to kind of plan for 15 different edge cases, and each one has something that may or may not be unique to it. Okay, overall, we're done. So let us do this. What are we gonna call this? Kit Bash, Harbor Town. We're gonna call this Harbor Apartments 00. It's set to combine the meshes, which is what we want. Not spawning anything. Cool. Let's do Kit Bash. I have to reset all these colors thanks to Master or myself. Don't know. One of the two of us did it. Okay, let's set this as concrete. And then we're gonna set the, it is already got that. The LOD group's gonna be large prop. Oh, actually, we could do level architecture, I think. I don't really know what those differences are. I'm gonna have to look that up at some point. Fine with it for now. Okay. Grab these. Delete. Okay. Then we grab this bad boy. We drop him in. Set it to 10 by 10 by 10. And then we have to line it up. That. It is. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfecto. Set it to 100. And I think it's 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Here we go. Yeah. Okay. So how does that look? That's an interesting sightline. That's for sure. And then we can have... Oh, dude, that... So this is why this sucks, because basically I've shortchanged everything up top. If we're working off a 3x3 grid, which we are, I basically have taken that 3x3 and said, F it. So now all the internals are not going to work in a 3x3. So this whole thing has to be custom. Yeah. We're going to cheat it. I don't need this to be modular right now. Once we get this done and we know how we want this to look, then we can make it modular. I think trying to go modular out the gate is probably going to cause me more problems, just because I don't know. Like, I don't know everything that I don't know. And that statement sounds blatantly obvious, right? You're like, okay, you don't know what you don't know. That's cool. So it does sound blatantly obvious. But the point here is... Yeah, so the point that we're trying to accomplish here is specifically focusing on getting it done. Once it's done, then I can play around with the modularity, and I think that's what I want to do. So we're just going to make this 100% in Maya, and then once I know that I like this, then we will switch up gears and move to a different setting. So I need to get, if we're gonna do that, I need another texture. So let's make another texture. This is gonna be called wood. We'll make it look brown so that way it matches. Go for a light brown. Maybe a darker brown. I lied. There we go. Cool. So we have a wood texture. Let me get rid of the roughness. I don't know what that means. Where's the storage facility? Why is there 5 roughness settings, bro? Where's the storage facility? How's it going, by the way? Are you talking about these things over here? Like these little buildings over here? Yeah, they took like 2 seconds to make. It's basically this roof with these 2 things right here. I was like, oh no, I can do that. Yeah, I got rid of all that. I'm basically opening up this whole area. They're gonna go back. But that's what I just wanted to make sure I had everything, nothing I could randomly deselect or select or whatever else. So, yeah, they're gone right now. But they're easy to make. Why? Did I mess something up? You're like, no. I didn't touch a lot of the other stuff. It's all underneath. Like everything else is underneath. Like you put it. But I did mess with that, so. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna make the entrance first. Again, it's an apartment building, so that's gonna change a little bit, but that's okay. I'm not gonna make that cut on the apartment side. Dude, this is gonna mess everything up. This is why slants suck. Maybe I'll do the slants. Maybe I'll do the slants after I make the building look the way that it's supposed to. That's probably a better option. Maybe. Ugh, no, it's not. It's really not. Damn, dude. Ugh. Okay, slant. Who had that? Who had the idea for the slants? Was that me? No, it was not me. There's no way. It was. Yeah. Okay. Damn, dude. Yeah, that's gonna be a pain. That is gonna be a pain. So what we have to do here is we gotta do some funkiness. Basically, I gotta line this up here. Both of these are gonna get brought in here because this is that edge. And then this is gonna get, like, these two are gonna get brought here. Here? There. Yeah. And then, yeah. I think they're, oh, that's right, that's right. Yeah, something like that. And then I need to do a cut here. It comes there. There, and then there. Okay, so that's good. And then we basically grab this, pull this out. There we go. And then do that. And then we have to zero tangent those out with the connection. So basically I just grab them, weld all the verts, so we're good to go. We can probably make this even cleaner by taking these and moving them here. Weld those verts. This is a four-sided face, so I don't need that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is a four-sided face, so I don't need that. So now we have our basically our edge. This is the same edge that's going to be utilized everywhere. So I can come in here and then basically just put this right here. Yeah, okay. And then I can duplicate this edge and then put it on all of the edge pieces. There's only one more that I need that for. Negative what, 180? Yeah, there we go. Habitat was like, hey, you deleted my crap, you bastard, I'm out. And then left. It's easy to redo. Don't be mad. Okay. Okay, so now we need to... This is the part that's gonna be annoying. I have to get this as almost to like perfect close as I can. I think I did it. I think I did. Oh, I was off. Okay, well, whatever. I was so close. I don't know if I want to do hexagonal or trapezoidal doors. I don't know. Trying to create more headache for me. I don't know if I want to do that. So this is a door. What do we call this? Oh, Harbortown Apartments, that's right. Okay, so let's see what this looks like now. Nice. Okay, so we have a nice little door, and it is slanted. That's cool. Yeah, I don't really know. We need walls on level 1 or windows. Right? So I get inside, it'll be kind of like in a little apartment area. And so the way that this works is basically our second floor is going to be 2 by 2 by 2. Let's try that. And then this is going to be 4 up. So this is going to be such a shit show. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my. Yeah, this is going to be a crapshoot, bro. So here's my problem. Because it's 4 up, it's gonna bleed into the wall somehow. Oh man, that's gonna be so bad. This is gonna be such a headache. Okay. Well, it is what it is. How does that look? It's 3 in? Okay. Let's see if that... It doesn't look like it protrudes anywhere. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So that's at least somewhat okay. And that's basically your top ceiling. We need to set this to have the hyper shade for the floor. Okay. Yeah, so this is gonna be such a crapshoot. Like it really is. Slanted is bad. This is why they don't do this in real life. They're like, you want slanted what? They're like, you are stupid. No, I'm not. I want it. It's cool architecture design, okay? Cool people do this. Yeah, and because these two aren't lined up here. Oh my god. Okay. It is what it is. We're just gonna make it work. We are just gonna make it work. Because these two aren't lined up. We're just gonna go in 3. And then I'm gonna add another cut here. 3 in, I think. I don't really know what 3 in means. It's like that. Okay. And then we're gonna grab this. Oh, come here. Oh, I went to the wrong direction. Son of a bitch. Is that 3 in? That should be 3 in. It is. Okay. I don't know why I did this cut. This cut is pointless. Oh, no, it's not pointless. It's for this. Haha. Yeah, okay, I am smart. One more should be 3 in, which it is. It looks like it is. And if I want to be accurate, I need another cut there. This is so bad. I'm glad I'm not doing this modular. Ooh. Okay, this is 3 in. I guess. I don't. What am I doing here? Is this 3? Does it got to be 3 in? Like, which way is 3 in here? I don't know. Okay, this is. I think there's a lot of value in iteration in it instead of starting from scratch. Well, so you didn't have any idea. I agree that there's value in iteration, but you were blocked, and so I said, okay, well, I'm gonna create something. So for me, iterating off of something that's dirty is a block in itself. And I didn't make it, so it's dirty. That's 4. Okay. So we have this now. Let's throw this in here. We do need to reset it. And then that, so that has basically the second floor on it now. And this is going to be wood. No, not sword. What the? There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we should have a good idea of kind of what the second story looks like. I shouldn't have anything protruding, which I don't, so that's good. And then I have my first story, which is basically everything here. Let's add some lights in real quick, so that way I'm not like pitch black when I come inside. Actually, I can use my props. Let's do props. Yeah. There we go. What? Oh, it's because it's moving by 100. Son of the biscuit. There we go. So we're just going to throw a couple of these in here to see what we're looking at, like shape and structure wise. And then from there, we will kind of figure out what? There we go. We'll figure out how we want. Oh, I keep forgetting I have a roof here now. From there, we'll kind of figure out how we want to throw these things together and what all these things are going to be. I think we'll do the staircase over here. This makes the most sense for this area, so we can throw the staircase over there. And then this is like the living block. I already did all that, man. I've already got everything blocked in. I don't know if you saw the last stream or not, and that's okay if you didn't. I already have everything blocked in now, so now I know locations and heights. what I'm working on now is getting not details, but I'm getting the form of it. Just the same thing that I did over here. So that way we have a good idea of the form. So you create this nice little shape right here. All these shapes are pretty easy to do in Maya. You can lock it out, and then you get the heights right, and then you know your distances, you know how you want the level to look on the inside and the outside, and then you can take all that and then turn that into these buildings. And this is how I work. So same here, basically put all this together. It started off looking like this. I exported this to Maya so that way I could have good structure. I know where the second story is. I know where the first story is. I know where all the rooms are. And then once I have the shape down, then I create that into the secondary version of that, which is, this is kind of like your working mesh model. So we can see how this looks. This is where I can put things in there and say, oh, I don't have enough room, or I need more room, or I want a balcony view. So then I can cut through and make a really nice set there. Now, all of that to say, I think the cube grid is a really cool tool. I have to learn how to use that on the side, and not make myself look like a fool on the stream, because I will definitely look like a fool, and then I'll get frustrated, and I don't want to do either of those things. So, all of that to say, yes, I think cube grid would probably be the better answer, because then I could just punch a hole through here, I could move this down, and I could do all that without having to go into Maya. But for me, Maya is way easier. I absolutely hate the tools that are available inside of Unreal, so I'm not going to use those. I can iterate far faster here, and that's what I'm doing. Now, I do need to come in Unreal, so this is the reason why I like to switch. I do need to come into Unreal and then throw some props down so I know sizes and shapes and everything else like that, because that is not easy to do in Maya. Maybe if like I had everything kind of set up. So none of these people are going to have king-size beds, right? And so for me to understand what that looks like, I do kind of want to have this. And this is the first level, so I think this is like our entryway or our foyer or whatever you want to call it. So it might be kind of interesting to make this stop here. That is, do I like that? I don't know if I like that idea or not. We could try it. It would be interesting. Maybe. What if we did something like that? Harbor apart. Okay, so... Oh, I need to go back further. Dang. Okay. Well, maybe... I don't... Okay, maybe I thought... Because this line was going to be the same, but it's not because of this right here. So, that might be cool, though. Like, if you walk in here, and this is your foyer, and then up there is, like... This is, like, the hallway that everybody accesses their rooms by. And then over here is the stairway. Right? That's the stairway. And it doesn't need to be massive. It's just gonna go like here and here. And then we should be up at that point. I guess the question is, how big do we want the rooms to be? Where's the toilet? The wash-up place. It might be nice to have that right here, maybe in this corner. And then that's the hallway. Because a person is this one shape, so we can technically have maybe 2 rooms here. Yeah, we could probably have 2 rooms up here. So let's say a common room is... Okay. So 3 wide is pretty damn small. Let's go 5 wide and 8. Let's do 5 by 8. Nope. 80 by 5. And then that's 2. Yeah. We're just doing this for testing size real quick. So, is that on the lines? It is on the lines. Okay, cool. That's good. So, let's say that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. So, technically, that's 3 people living there. Ew. That's disgusting. Disgusting. And that's... So that gives them a hallway. That's kind of like their foyer. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get 4... I get 4 people with this methodology. So that's 8 people living in one house. They don't have a kitchen. Don't have any of that crap. They got a pooper, maybe. Or maybe we can make the kitchen... Maybe we make the kitchen, like, downstairs or something. I could probably... I think I can fit 1 more. And still have a 1, 2... That's gonna be a slim hallway. Super slim hallway, but I mean it's a hallway. Let's just bring it over and then see what it looks like. I'm not worried about downstairs as much as I am upstairs. Oh my god, they can't even fit a bed, bro. Get effed. This is like the room that I lived in when I was a kid. Get effed. That is a small ass room. Whee. This is literally what my room was like as a kid. Let's switch up music a little bit. We're not to the end yet. Wait, this is a long soundtrack. Holy crap. Okay. Let's say he's justified there. So I mean, we're sleeping 1, 2, 3, 4. We're sleeping 4. That's not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 bedrooms, and then we could make the common areas down here. So like this would be the kitchen. Maybe this is the pooper potty, whatever you want to call it. Sit down and chill area, like talk, and this is your entrance foyer. You're like, oh my god, yeah. And then you walk upstairs. You get upstairs. Oh my god, that is so bad. Okay, what if I can't move that. But what if I move that here? Let's do that real quick. Such a small hallway. Yeah, okay. So this is my kind of walls. This is my hallway. Let's just break these in real quick so I can see what they look like. This is not flawless by any shape or means, but it is how we're gonna do this so I can make sure that this looks good. And those will come all the way up. I think the doorway would be here. So that would be 3. Now, this is going to be the problem. I have to put the doorway at a 2. Because they need to be able to get in. Okay, so that's there. Let's hide those. I don't really care about it. I'm just trying to see what that looks like. Okay. These 3 can all be the same, so I can delete these because I'm just going to basically do the same thing on all 3 of them. Do this, and then make sure it matches the 2. Make sure it matches 2. Okay, and then we're gonna say that the doorway is on this front area right here. So 1, 2, and that. That's gonna be on a 3. Cool. Crap. Yeah, that's just gonna how we're gonna do it. Okay. We'll duplicate this over. So there we go. Duplicate it one more time. I think we'll just turn it 180. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's what the apartment building is going to look like. Let's add the roof on there. I think to do the roof, we do half in, half out, which is fine. Yep. Okay, so this is basically what we got. Okay, and then let's throw a light in here so we can see kind of how this would look. Attenuation for this will be 300. It's probably more than that. Let's do 500. Yeah, and then put it to 2. Let's make it, yeah, 2 is fine, and then do attenuation of 1000. Is that too much? It is too much. What about 700? Okay, that's accurate. So basically, that's his little, nighty night lamp. We'll have sconces and other things like that in the hallways. Ugh. And there we go. Okay, and then let's add a light or a vertical light, maybe like this. Kind of like that. We'll make it movable. Indirect lighting will be boosted up, and then we'll go like here. And then what do we do? Attenuation is 700 maybe, yeah. And then we'll make this, just for having different lights, we'll make this a little bit more peach. I don't really care at this point, that's fine. 2 is good, and then let's do source width is gonna be small, so 32 by maybe 15. Oh crap, did that wrong. Okay. That's really long. Oh, I did 115. Okay, 32 by 32. We're fine. Barn door can be 40. 50? Yeah, barn door is 50. Okay, and it's already set to movable, so that means it's one of many. It looks like the hotel I was at in New York last week. Like, damn, okay. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, let's try it out. Let me save all this so in case this crashes. Let's hit play. What, it's been an hour? Nice, that's not too bad. It's pretty decent timing. Oh, sideways, I'm tipsy. Okay, let's fly real quick. Whoa. So I like the look. Obviously, we need some windows and some other things. Wait, what happened? What? Okay. I forgot. When you place these down, you have to say they're not affected by day-night. The internal ones can't be affected by day-night. Or you run into the problems that I just ran into. Okay, now I get to play again. Don't hate me. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna fly. Ugh, I forgot. I really need to make it where I'm Superman flying is a little bit different. We're gonna get flying working, but for now it's good. Okay, so I walk inside. I'll be able to see that balcony. I'm really kind of liking how much room this is. It feels smaller than what it is, but it's really a lot of room. It's like you can imagine like chairs here, maybe like a TV or something screen. And then over here is the little kitchen area. That's a lot of space. It really is. They'll walk up the stairs. And then I get up the stairs. Okay, so I'm up the stairs. Bam. And then here's a room. Oh, for real? Oh. Okay. No, I should be able to get in there. Okay, I was like, what? I should be able to get in there. So there's a bedroom. I can look down there into the foyer. There's a bedroom. This is plenty of room. This is like plenty of room. I'm not saying like this is like the most amazing place to live. Like this would suck because, you know, you maybe got like a closet here with maybe like 1 or 2 clothes, and you know, you got a little nightstand, and that's it. That's about your life. But for a poor person, I'm not bad. And they got sconces, you know? Like this is some high class poor person living. I like it. We can make this look kind of cool. Have like little plants or whatever else, and then you come outside. Obviously, the outside is the part that needs to look nice because that's the part that the player is going to see. But I think structurally it works for the inside as well. And then the next question is do we have a top layer? And I think the answer to that is yes. I think we can have a rooftop to where you could come up here and you could, you know, like there's something that's happening at the rooftop. I'm not really sure what, but I do think that we could have something happening on the rooftop. You know, you could see the market over here. That'd be kind of cool. People were doing whatever. Maybe this is where you come through the rooftop because there'll be a ladder or something, and you can climb up the ladder and then you get up to the top of the rooftop and you're good to go. And maybe we have like a little bodega or something up here that you can chill in and kind of just relax, look at the nice cool scenes. And when you're done, get back down. Bam. I like it. I think it looks good. What do you think? All right, well, Habitat, you still here? He probably left. He's like, I ain't watching this Ryu. He's a piece of poop. If you're not here, Habitat, that's okay. I really need to get flying working better. It works.
Yes, you are a piece of poop.
Hey, it's Stormy of the Nature. How are you, buddy?
I'm well, yourself.
Over here just making apartment buildings, you know. Yeah, I like it. I think it'll look good. We need to add some windows to the areas and, you know, make it look a little bit better. But I do like it.
You've done all the blocking out, you're just fleshing?
I'm not even fleshing in yet. This is like second pass blocking. Basically, I'm trying to realize I've done all the blocking out of where I want things to be. So now I'm trying to see, okay, what's like the size of a building gonna look like, and how do I want that to kind of flow?
What's with the T-pose?
I explained that in the beginning of the stream. If you were here, you would have heard me.
No, I was caught up.
I'm just giving you a hard time. So basically, in the process of trying to get the Rokoko suit to work, I created a new skeleton, which degenerated everything and borked it all up, which is fine. And
the stuff in dev chat that you were, I saw that.
I'm waiting for Rokoko to come back to me and be like, yeah, your mesh sucks, or they're gonna say, no, this is how you fix it, because there's no error logs whatsoever for it, and that's really kind of jacked up. So, yeah, that's basically what I need. Here, I can show you.
You should have a spinning motion so that he's just like fights spinning on one arm.
Yeah, it might be interesting. That's for sure. Can I duplicate? I think I can duplicate. Okay, I'm gonna call this Rokoko. I'm gonna hit OK, and then I'm going to add a new window capture, and we're gonna call this window capture Rococo because I'm making this live happen now.
What? That sucks for testing the model on the second pass blockouts.
Say again?
That sucks for testing the model on the your second pass blockout.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much I can do about it. Are you listening to the stream?
Give me 1 sec. And yes.
How's your voice?
Oh my god, I got sent in a weird place. I'm back.
Why is
It's loud enough.
It's loud enough? Okay, cool. And then if I come here and I choose Rococo Studio, that is not good. What? I'm so confused. Okay.
I like how it says good evening, Sean.
Right? Like.
And I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's me. I don't know, like, that window says Unreal Mega Jam. Like, that's. I'm so confused.
Isn't Mega Jam over ages ago and the new one's not announced?
I'm gonna have to check that out because that's not it. That's not the right window. The Rococo window is like not working at all. It just shows the Stream Deck. Like you guys can see the Stream Deck. That's not cool. Okay, well, I don't know how that's gonna work. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Cause it is definitely that's not the right answer. I was gonna show you the Rococo, but anyways, I can't show you the Rococo because it's not working. I don't know why. That's really stupid. Go back to Unreal Engine. Anyways, yeah, so I have to basically make it work, and to make it work, there's a couple of things that I got to do, and so in the meantime, the character is going to be facing sideways. So because I renamed the entire player character. The mesh now, like the entire bone structure, matches the same as the Unreal Engine one, and this is twofold. So if we're gonna use retargeting, it makes retargeting 5,000% easier, and then whenever I create the control rig, it also makes the control rig 5,000% easier because it automatically detects the bones, and then I don't have to do any of that. So that's nice, but it's
lost the quirkiness of the first model though.
It's the same thing. What are you talking about? Other than the skull head, like it's the same. It's the same thing. Like literally,
It might
it's the
be
same
the head.
mesh.
It might be the head because the helmet head.
Yeah. That's all it is. The same mesh, man. No change.
Perhaps it's the underwear.
Well, the underwear is now colored. So. That's a kind of a good point. If I go to the main menu, I don't know if this works right now because we Mester updated all the stuff so that field of view works, and then he gutted some stuff, and then we had to do some C++ stuff. And in the process of doing all of that, we more or less broke everything.
Alright. So basically, he gutted the 2D platformer and suddenly it turned into this 3D world.
What?
A whole lot of shit's happened that you don't know what.
The editor just crashed. Cool. No, so it's like basically when he updated whatever he updated, it broke the entire items and everything else. So those were working, and then they got broken, and yeah, so now no items work, and that means no armor, no weapons, no nothing. I need him to fix that. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Is what it
So
is.
now when someone says, can you demonstrate the go, and you go into the skull and fight, it's kind of just that T-pose on the side.
I can't even go to fights, bro. Fights can't even happen. We don't even have NPCs right now. We basically went all the way back to ground zero.
Not even animals?
So Kindred, no, the animals are independent. They're not the same. So I need Kindred to, he's doing the new NPC system, and I need him to basically finish that. I don't think that's going to happen until March, but I hope it's sooner than March. I don't know on that one either. So as soon as I get Kindred to finish the new NPC system, okay, I can't even go to the main menu. That's cool. So whatever's broke is broke, and it's causing the main menu to not even work. So that's yeah, not good. No bueno, senors.
You're gonna have to revert.
No. I just can't go to the main menu. I don't really need to go to the main menu. I was just gonna show you the cool colorization process, but I don't have to go there. There's absolutely no need to be there.
So at the moment you're on a test level and that's it.
Well, I have Neo Rome. I got my main level. I just can't go to the main level, and probably the reason why is the main level uses the character and it's all glitched out, and there's a struct that's like. So I think that's really what happened is there's a struct that got modified, and structs that are modified inside of Unreal are very, 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 very bad. They've had this bug forever. I don't know why that they can't solve it. It's the stupidest thing ever. So anyways, when a struct gets modified, it basically glitches everything, and they modified some structs. So I'm afraid that we're gonna have to do. I made a pin on it, actually. I should look at that on Discord. Let me look at Discord real quick. I might be able to solve this myself. No, look at me. Okay, so there's a pin, and it talks about structs. Where's it at? Right here. Unknown structure, workaround, fix, and bug blueprint. So basically, this guy talks about it and what you're supposed to do. Yeah, and so this is a bug that's been in the engine for absolutely forever, and they haven't fixed it. I don't know why. It's not hard to fix. Basically, all you have to do is say when a struct gets modified, all blueprints that are connected automatically must be recompiled and are automatically checked out. But what happens is they don't. They just assume that it's good, but all of them have to be recompiled. So anywhere that struct touches, you're going to have to go recompile, or it's going to have a consistent error where it just like errors out and crashes.
I sent you something, direct message. Is that the issue?
I wanted to point this to raise awareness for those creators that use BP generated structs and enums in your project when you need to modify it's in the video. Yeah, so this video is the exact same thing. It basically tells you all that, and it also tells you how to fix it if you've messed it up, because this is exactly what happens. The struct is tied to all the BPs that use the struct, and none of those get compiled. And so when you try to run, it errors out, and it's like, oh, nope, I don't know how to do this, even though it should tell you, oh, these all need to be compiled, and then it should compile them all. I don't. Here nor there. So yeah, that is 110% the issue. The video that's pinned is how you fix it. Now, I'm not saying that that's the whole issue. I think that's the issue with the main menu, because there's a struct that was modified, and one of the main menu characters.
Considering how far down it cascades, it's probably your actual main issue.
Well, no, so like I'll give you an example.
It's saying basically everything that references that struct cascades out.
That's correct. But so like here's an example. This is the old character, and this old character is still utilized in a couple of places. And this is the reason why we're getting the errors right now, because there's an ability system, and that ability didn't get processed, and we're not using SCG ability system anymore. Like that's gone, it's deprecated. But because it's looking for that ability and it's doing all of that, it's getting jacked up. So in theory, what I could do is I could go to the BP item if I know what I'm talking about, right? This is just me, talking some book. But if I know what I'm talking about, I come to my BP item. There's a compile error here where it doesn't know my ability class. I don't really care what the ability class is because we're not using it. And so if I click that, and that like basically does that, and I do this, and I can basically have it compile from there, and now our items are all compiled. So the only issue I have now is the character player, and task activate ability. We don't have. I don't know what task activate ability is. I think that's something that Mester made. I don't really know what it is. But if I fixed it, then I should have gear, which I don't have. So I didn't fix it. I just made the error not show up anymore, even though it's like completely like borked. So this is the error, and this is the error, and it's related to this which is a struct. This is a BP struct for items. And I don't know if Mester made this or if this is a Kindred thing. I don't know who made this. Obviously, they're probably going to do the Spider-Man meme where everybody points fingers. And both of them are busy doing their lives. So this is where we're at.
A cataclysmic failure right at the wrong point of time.
I mean, it's not absolutely needed. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
No, you can still block out the town, so it's alright. It just means all your character work is kind of gone to shit for a while.
Yeah, I can't do anything armor, character, anything like that. That is accurate, yes. So in that sense, I am.
So environmental modeling it is.
That is correct. That is actually why I'm spending as much time as I am on this. Obviously, it's to help out Habitat as well, so that way, he can have a clear idea of where it is that we're trying to take this. But I think I pissed him off earlier too. So.
Do you call him Habitat as opposed to Unreal, so there's no confusion?
Unreal is just fucking really weird, man. Like, I'm talking to the engine. No, so then I can call him
that's what
Unreal.
I was thinking.
I can call him Unreal Habitat, and then that's cool. Or I can call him his name, which I did the other day, and then somebody was like, "Oh, now I can social engineer him." I was like, "Fuck." So, yeah, I don't have a good answer. So I'm sticking with Habitat for now until he tells me otherwise. He's like, stop calling me.
Yeah, no, I gave consideration to it as well, of the idea of the engine being confused with the person.
Like, so I get his channel is named that, but I don't know, like, he gotta have his own name. I don't know what that is gonna be.
If he's doing Unreal as in Unreal Engine and then Habitat being the name, it'd be a bit like those people that go, Jordan Rivers TV, or Jordan Rivers Twitch, or
yeah.
So it's legitimate in that sense. It's not that different from other people.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying
that. Unreal Sensei exists as one of the streamers. I think we've had a look at a few of his videos.
Yeah, but I think he has a name. Like, I don't think he's called Unreal Sensei. Like, that's not his name in his stream. Maybe it is. I don't know. He does exist. Correct. I don't know him well enough to say, oh yeah, that's what he's called or not called. Okay, what is our stair size? I forgot. Son of bish. So if I go to property, no, it's under kit bash. I'm in Villa. They're 3 by 2 by 10. Okay. So they're 3 long, 2 high, and what's the 10? What?
Actually, Sensei hasn't posted for a while, so I assume he's caught up on a project.
Yeah, that or he doesn't. Yeah, you never know. Oh my god. Slanted is going to F everything up. I'm going to have everything custom for this. Everything is going to have to be custom for this. That is super F. Whatever. Okay, so let's do 100. We're going to go in 200, so that's plenty of room. And we're going to say it's a 2 by 2. One, to F. Yeah, everything is gonna have to be custom for this. Absolutely everything. That's so dumb.
So why does it have to be custom?
Because it's slanted. Because I got the cool idea to like let's slant this. Which is a cool idea. I'm not saying it's not, but at the same time, yeah, everything has to be custom. Oh crap, that doesn't what? Well, let's go 10. I guess maybe 100 is too far out. Oh my god. We gotta go unlit. I gotta be able to see this. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So, I mean, I think I could get away with... No, probably not. Let's try it. Let's try it. I don't think so, but maybe. Did I plan this out correctly? I might have. Oh my lord, I did plan this out correctly. Heck yeah. It wasn't even intentional. Yeah, see, so because it's slanted, everything can kind of like stick out, so I'm gonna have to like modify all of the things so that way they aren't causing problems. Short version. Anyways, let's grab that. Let's put that up here. What? Oh, well, it's okay. That makes sense. What about there? All right, there we go. All right, cool. So we'll put this here. Put this here. So basically, I can get up these stairs. Maybe we might even make them a little bit bigger now that I know that I have room. Maybe we'll make them 3-person stairs. That's kind of cool. So that way you got plenty of room to get up and move around. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh my gosh. BP item, play in editor. I don't care. It's broken. I know. I broke it. Not my fault.
Marvel Rivals is the biggest game of the year and is made on Unreal Engine 5 using Lumen.
What was?
Marvel Rivals.
You just sounds like you're saying Ravel.
Marvel Rivals.
Marble Rivals.
Yeah. Marvel.
Oh, Marvel. Oh, Marvel. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, made on UE5 with Lumen.
Yeah. No, they used 5. I think they used 5.3 and then they upgraded to 5.4. So they're one behind, but they're on the new 5 plus. You could tell all their lighting and everything else and all the.
No, it was in response to the fact that there's been a number of articles talking about how UE5 is basically killing GameDev by being, well, for lack of better words, bloatware and all that sort of thing.
That, and I mean, so the other big complaint that a lot of people are saying is that it's allows just the basic person to kind of just create something, but there's no optimization. The thing is again, if you know what you're doing, then you can optimize it. If you just putting things in there, then no, you're right, it's not going to be optimized.
Oh, yeah, but works. How many games have we played over the years from theoretically from AAAs and other higher levels where the games are horribly optimized, and we have to wait 3 months for a patch?
Yeah. Okay, so this stair, I think I probably would have it like come down because I don't want this look, but I do have the stairs. It does work, so that's cool. Or I can make it like maybe come up half a way and then come up all the way. I don't really know yet. I haven't figured that part out, but it does. I do have the ability to get up the stairs. I'm walking around, looks good. Everything is nice and sized properly as I would think it should be. I can look down. I've got a nice interior. So it's nighttime now. And
is this just a one level building or 2-level building?
This is a 2-story building.
So it's not so much an apartment as it is.
Wait, it's an apartment.
Larger house.
No, there's like multiple families are gonna live here. So you're gonna have I mean, you could call it a larger house, but basically you're gonna have one person there, one person there, one person there, one person there, and each person is their own individual family. They're not like not family, but it's their own individual person with their own surname and all that other crap. So it's not like a singular household owns this. It's multiple households, and I'm gonna make this like the entranceway, and this is gonna be like maybe the kitchen area. This is like a sit down and chat little kind of area, maybe with a TV or something. And then this is when you're ready to go to bed, you go upstairs and you go to bed, and that's how you. And the inside of your bedroom, let's get in there. Okay, inside your bedroom, it's not like massive big. You basically got a bed, you got a nightstand, and you got a closet, and that's it. That's all you got room for. And then I think I'll have maybe a ladder or something to get up here. That might be a cool thing. Or maybe I can access it from here. That might be another spot. Maybe the ladder's like right here, and that gets you upstairs. So then upstairs is up here. So you would access it from up here. You'd come up top, and then up here would be maybe like a gazebo or something. And so
barbecue setup.
Yeah, something basic, you know, not like super amazing. Again, it's not slums, but this is your low quality people trying to live life the best
Or
they
in that
can.
case, put the washing on the line up top.
Yeah, we could have the wash. Maybe that's where, you know, the washing machine crap is or whatever. I don't really know yet. But
Well, at least
functionality-wise,
to close it up.
Yeah. And then functionality-wise, everything makes sense. But I mean, like having to come up here, we need actually stairs if we're gonna do like washing. Like, imagine how much of a dick that would be. You know, you're gonna like climb up a ladder with your laundry basket.
No, instead of you're thinking of the classic holding basket, it'd be the backpack wicker basket. You know, that you put on your back and then climb up the ladder.
Sure. That's true. I guess we could do that. We'll see.
Some of the Asian countries, I've seen them do that. Whereas the Western countries, we actually tend to have, you know, the basket we carry around.
The other thing that we could do is we could have like an elevator here, and you just get in the elevator and like.
Yep. Or a dumbwaiter.
That's true too. So you can like get it down, and then you can pick up your clothes here. They'll be right here, and pick them up and put them in your room or whatever. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Either way, there's plenty of space. That's kind of what the whole purpose of this is to make sure there's plenty of space. I might riff on what this looks like.
Actually, that open space where the second floor ends, you could build the stairs from there up to the roof.
You mean here?
If you go in the entrance again.
I did. You're behind. Not your
Yeah, I'm behind. Yeah, from that line, basically where you finally ended up, and then just run a stairs up to the roof there. Carve a piece of the ceiling out.
That's true. I could do that, maybe.
And that way it's not messing with any of your existing design.
Well, I wanted this to be kind of like a cool little, you know, like 2-story entranceway where there was like a banister there, and then you can kind of look
You
out.
could park lights on it or something like that, so it becomes an object of art from underneath.
But I do think that might make the most sense is having something like that. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. We'll see. That's an interesting idea. I'll have to play with it. Either way, this is a 2-story slanted house, which is what we wanted. And I think it fits the bill for how things are supposed to look. Now, what I do need to do is I need to add windows, because obviously it needs a couple little windows. And then I need to add in what that top little banister thingy is going to look like. I think that will kind of really tell me if this design is okay. and then from there, this is basically what we're going to replicate throughout the rest of the stuff. So like everything is going to have that slanted look and have that slanted feel. I like it. I think it's good. I think it's cool. It's unique. It's not something you see all the all the time. So I do like that. This will be a sewer entrance. This will kind of just be an archway. Those are paths to get to different sides. I'm thinking this will be like this the pooper like area. This is what leads over to the big huge temple. It doesn't need to be that big. I'm just kind of just putting it. That's kind of just where the temple's at there. I have not figured out what I want to do with this side yet, but I think, you know, this leaves room for a couple of houses here that could be, you know, more simplistic, 2-story. Really
well, it doesn't
easy.
just have to be houses. Don't forget, you have utility buildings like little sheds and things like that.
That's true too. And then over here is where the wall for the guards will go, and then we have the guard towers. And then these are more houses. So
people are going to say, well, you're such an advanced technology. Where are all the vehicles?
they don't. It's too small of an island. They don't have vehicles. They have hover. They have hover like things for what do you want to call it? Traversing heavy things. They have like little hover vehicles, but they're basically like little tiny vehicles.
But what about the rich people? Why don't they have hover vehicles?
Because everything's inside the city. They don't need it. It's just like if you go to New York, most people don't even have a license, bro.
Then where's our public transport?
Well, that we do need to have. So, you know, having like a hover rail or something that gets you from point A to point B would be kind of cool. And that is something that we could do.
We could flesh that out with behaviors. We could just have like a system that goes to one of 3 stops before it goes into the lift area. For the
But see,
top
this
level.
this looks good. I'm kind of excited to get this kind of devved out a little bit more. I really like how Habitat put this together. I don't know if I necessarily agree with all of it, but I like 90% of it. The trees look good. The little borders look good. The house makes sense and looks good. So that's really nice.
There's nothing wrong with it. You can populate it. I know what you mean. But at the end of the day, you're always going to have stylistic differences.
Yeah. No, I got that. So I think structure-wise, this is probably how I want to frame this.
Yeah. The only suggestion that I would make slightly different is where you went past that house and basically you had that double ramp stairwell. And it's the classic video game stairs. Like same as you made earlier.
Oh,
just stairs suspended up. Yeah, just stairs suspended in midair with.
No, those aren't gonna be suspended. That's just the cheap way of putting it in while we dev. I don't like doing those. We're going to have actual. Yeah. They're gonna have, like if you look at the. Or let me go over here real quick. Takes a second, but no, I agree with you.
Well, you are flying sideways.
Well, right now, yeah. If you go here, yeah. So these are a good example of how the stairs, because I actually had it planned out where they're not like that, and they have structure to them, and they're behind walls.
Yeah.
And then underneath the stairs, you have the bathroom, and this is actually the bathroom, and that's built underneath the stairs, which is what you would most likely see, or you'd have like a crawl space, you know. So no, we're gonna structurally make sure everything's sound and proper. That's not a worry. But while developing,
it's the only real immersion breaker that I constantly see with a lot of the early access games and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, because it's easy to do, you know what I mean? So like, put it in there, call it a day, bam. Yo, I'm flying fast. I can't wait to get the flying working properly, too. That'll be nice. But anyways, I think that's probably what I like. I'm going to do a couple more tests just to verify. But I like this. I think it looks good. I think we dev the window portion and make sure that the windows look good.
Don't forget it's slums area, so your sight lines are not necessarily going to be that good through the windows.
No, yeah, I'm thinking just like where I would put a couple is maybe like in this front area, maybe here, you know, and then I might even do one inside of like each one of the rooms or whatever.
Each room should have a window.
That way they have a window, but again, your bed is there, so it's like.
Please, it's traditional in all of those movies, especially American teen movies, where you got the kid spying on the next door neighbor's girl type thing.
You ain't got none of that here. But yeah.
But what I'm saying is windows are kind of expected in people's bedrooms, unless you live under the stairs like Harry Potter.
Well, they all live under the stairs like Harry Potter. Okay, so we're gonna hack this hopefully very quickly. Hopefully, I don't know. Sometimes this thing works and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm gonna try to see if I can hack it. Oh, it worked. F yeah, cool. Okay, so half of a player is 1 block. And then if we want to say that it's more than half, we go up 2, so that's 7. So basically this is a good safety rail. And then we're going to bring this up to, we said, because it's 2, so we want half and half. So that way the wall is covered and everything else is the way that it's supposed to be. And then we're going to grab this.
Can a character jump out of the window?
No. We don't need suicide happening. You can't unalive yourself. I think that's what you have to call it. You can't call it suicide. You get in trouble if you call it suicide.
Yeah, and unalive is such a better word.
Yeah, it's so more descriptive. Look, man, I didn't make the rules. I just follow them. Or try to, anyways. Okay, so that feeds out. We're just cleaning this up a little bit so that way I can see what this looks like and know if I really want to go with this slanted crap or not. Because basically, if we do slanted, I have no control over anything. Like, I cannot do modular, is the answer. Or if I do modular, it's going to be ridiculously hard. More so than I probably would want. Like, then that defeats the purpose of modular.
Then do it as 1 or 2 stylistic and then go modular for the other pieces.
I think
Don't forget at the end of the... Yeah, I have some style differences, but at the end of the day, modular, when you get to your poorer areas, the modular is standardized. I mean, your apartment blocks all look like shit. They're all the same. And what people do is what makes the differences with the apartments, as in, I'm going to put my clothes on the outside, or, you know what I mean? So customization is the person who lives in it rather than the actual building.
That's true. I do agree with that sentiment. I think for me, I'm not talking about in that reference. I'm talking about like in deving, right? So the purpose of modular is so that way I can have multiple pieces and reuse them, and create something that is better in that sense. I don't have that capability here with this. So that's not something that is really...
Depends how much time you want to spend on it, really, then.
Well, that's the point, right? Is like, if it's taking me 5 weeks to make something modular, then that really defeats the purpose of the modular.
Yep.
Now, that being said, once it is done, then, you know, I can iterate and dev out faster. Then that's good too. But I think what I would want to do, and what I'm thinking inside of my head, is I'm just going to do it as quickly as possible, get an idea down that I like, and then once I have that solid, then I will make it modular from there and spend the time to make it modular.
Maybe. At the end of the day, for demo purposes, it's like you need fully finished things, so you can actually just get all the buildings roughly stuck in, usable with NPCs populating it, and then before you release, clean it all up.
Again, yes, not disagreeing. I think that's a somewhat cogent idea.
Especially as currently you're in a potential 2-week nightmare with getting the NPCs sorted out.
We're probably longer than that, to be honest.
Yeah, so that gives you an opportunity. That gives you an opportune time to actually push this out into second pass through and make it look good.
So we can see that is too high for basically just kind of, chilling. So I think in this case we are going to do just 5.
So he's perfectly fine when you pull out the model until you actually start trying to use him.
Well, that's a fake one. That's not the correct.
And hence the head being different.
Yeah, technically he is fine. The issue is I haven't redone the animations. So if I spent the time to redo the animations, then it would actually all be fine too. But again, I don't want to sit here and go redo all the animations and then find out that I can't use Rikoku. So making all this effort is kind of pointless and then wasting my time. So I'm waiting to see what I get from that answer, and hopefully I get that answer today, so that way I can then make some good choices and say, yeah, this is what we want to do and move forward with that, or go, nope, we're gonna basically just do retargeting for all the animations, or I'll have to make them all from scratch. I would love to do manual, or not manual. I would love to avoid manual.
I've thought of a law answer.
What's that?
We did mocap on Timmy from South Park, and that's why the model looks like this.
Yeah, I guess that works too. Okay, I think for the top stuff, we don't need to do the slanted stuff. I think we can just kind of keep it nice. I'm going to put the top stuff on here just so I can have a good idea of what this is going to look like. So I'm going to, let me grab this. Let's do edit and let's delete history on all this. At the floor tile. No, where is the wall? There we go. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna, that's not what I wanted to do. Crap. Never mind, I lied. Okay. I lied. I'm just gonna make it. It's not faster to make it than try to cheat it in. So we are saying that we want like a pagoda type thing, maybe? That would be maybe 4 high. Okay.
Got a weird idea for you. And this is way down the dev track.
I'm listening.
As your character starts taking over little arenas, I was thinking from like the sports team supporters, the fans and all that sort of thing. You know how they got the posters and the various things they wave around?
Yeah.
Well, same thing could happen in like the slums. You could see a little pagoda on top actually take on the symbol of whatever your symbol is.
That's actually really kind of doable, and it's already part of the plan. And by I say plan, I'm using big, huge air quotes. One of the things that we wanted to do was basically when you take over the town, all the flags and everything else become your color. That's kind of the whole point. So,
but I'd want to hold out. I want to have that one character in the background going, "Nah, Grogu was the best." Yeah, referencing.
we can
You
do
could have a
that.
plot that, yeah, can have quests designed around that sort of thing. Basically, where convince this last standout fan of the previous guy or something like that.
I don't know about all that.
No, I can work something. It'd be easy enough, and that way you can get the entire town unanimous, which could be a little achievement itself. Get the town unanimous.
Yeah.
Now, it's all good winning a fight, but doesn't mean you win the hearts of the populace.
That's true. But in this case, you are basically becoming the noble of that house.
Until you get beaten up next week by the next guy who comes through.
Accurate.
Don't worry, I've actually sat down and thought out a way to address that fact of, oh my god, this is Lord number 747 of the last 3 weeks.
Right?
So, yeah, I have some commentary on that. Now, I'm guessing for the pure reality of everything and your particular beliefs, we totally want to avoid any subject that might suggest Romans and crucifixion.
No, we don't have to avoid that. It happened.
No, I'm talking about a standardized punishment, not in particular to the religion.
No, I agree. Like I said, it happened. It's exactly what they did. So, no reason to avoid that. No, I want red. There we go. There we go. Let's say, well, so this is like, we want default size of the player. Maybe we just bring this up. That. Let me grab all these. Let me bring this up one more. I think the answer. I'll grab this. I'm here.
Tilt it towards off the roof. When you have rain, you don't particularly want to be pouring rain onto the roof.
That is a good point. But it's not going to go off the roof. It's going to go down.
No, I understood. It's just, I looked at it, and if anyone's coming from the front door bringing, the salad and basically get a mouthful of water.
True. That is true.
It's those sorts of incongruities that people go, that doesn't make sense to me. And they don't fully know why, because they haven't necessarily thought about it. It's slightly fleshed out.
Yeah, no, I get it. Makes sense. But maybe we move all of this here. Yeah. Something like that.
Looks good, yeah. And you might change the position depending on where it is and where the house is situated and what the view is. That could be an arguable viewpoint.
Yeah.
So how's your juggling late hours and work going?
Shitty! It's fine. I mean, it's 2 a.m. So, it is what it is. We're here. I got a nap in, and I drink lots of coffee right now, so we'll survive. Okay.
Well, do we go in?
Let's see how this looks. So we call that what? Roof? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. Let's play and see how we get what this looks like.
God, I was just thinking you could also do the fire pit with the rounded seats around it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's obviously it's more creating things to populate, and we don't need to do that at that point.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to see if I like the style, and I do, so that's good. I think it makes sense. It looks good. As we'll probably add some pillars and some things to the edges, so that way it's got a little bit more depth to it. But internally wise, its space and shape and size is good. It can house multiple people, which is the whole purpose of it, and it is exactly as I would kind of imagine. And in here is where they can, sit down and chill. Maybe we have like a little fire thingy that they can make food or bring it up. I don't know. But basically this is their like little chill spot. We can do some stuff there. Yeah, it looks good. I can see the market. Kind of cool. We could put like an AC unit up here or something else too. So that way, it's like super, not like flawless type, luxury hotel, but it's nice either way. And I missed. That's okay. Yeah, I think a couple of windows will kind of really open that up and make it look nice. Maybe those windows are exactly where those people are, those rooms. Let's try it out real quick. I think...
You don't have an access on the second level, do you?
Huh?
You have to go in through the bottom. You don't actually have an access on the second level to the outside.
Outside? No, I don't want that. Yeah, I don't want that. Or at least not now. I might later. That might be an interesting concept later. Okay, we're gonna do windows. That's what we said we were gonna do, right? So, let's say the window is a slot-based window. So, because we could do two types. We could do slot-based, or we could do.
Did you copy the internal walls, or you only copied the external?
Don't know what you're talking about.
The internal walls of that house, did you copy them as well?
What do you mean copy them? I don't know.
Sorry, they're in there at the moment.
Yes.
Because I thought I was looking at you, looking at the windows, and I'm thinking, how do you know where the windows go compared to where the doors are, the walls are?
Right here. So it depends on the type of window I say I want to do. So if I'm saying it's a, what is that, Y? So what if let's do a Y4, and then I think we're Z up. So Z up is maybe 10. Probably longer than that. Let's do 12. And then we need this to be 10 deep, so that way I can cut into it on either side. So we can do windows that look like this. And, it's just a super tiny window. Make sure that it's cutting. It is. That's good. We're gonna have to get layer crazy in here because otherwise I'm gonna have issues. Yep. Okay. And then this is that wall, so perfect. Basically, I just gotta grab this. Undo. This. So we can say that we're going to use something small like that, or we can do something a little bit bigger and, you know, not care. And move this over here because we're cheating right now and we're just doing ideation. It doesn't need to be good.
Oh, it doesn't necessarily apply now, but if we're talking about tradition, because glass was so hard to manufacture back then, they couldn't do big panes, so windows were actually smaller to match the panes of glass.
Well, this isn't back then, this is future.
No, I know, but if you go to Italy now and you look at the architecture, you realize that a lot of it still keeps the traditional smaller square windows, you know, 4x4 or something like that.
Oh, that's true.
So, just to give you an idea of possibilities you can go in.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so let's grab this. See what it looks like now. So there's a couple of different ideas here. Again, we have the small window, so a little tiny one, which I kind of like. There is the bigger window, which I also kind of like. And then, you know, the tinier window. So I think that's fine. And then you get an interesting kind of look on the outside. We might have, I don't think they're going to be able to open this window. So, you know, dressings and all that other stuff wouldn't be a thing that they would have. But they might, you know, we might have decals that show, you know, drainage from water that kind of seeped or whatever else. Or there might be some
blinds.
Or some vine. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The other part could be maybe some vines for, you know, things growing and doing its thing that it does.
You heard vines. I meant blinds as a window blinds. BLINDS.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Maybe.
There's a thing called Roman blinds. What it is, it's kind of like material that folds on itself as you pull it up, and then just
I have them
unfolds.
in my house. Have them in my house.
These vines are the start of the pod, people.
So we can do small, little tiny things. We can have bigger ones. I kind of like the big window, to be honest. I think that will add in some light, and it also adds in some, because of this facing of this building specifically, this adds in some cool, you know, directional lighting.
I think stay with the large windows for that. It's better. And it gives you more space if you actually want to put objects around it or associated with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean I do what I like is I like that it's gonna cast more light. But if we're thinking more traditional, I think these are the answer, to be honest. This is a shitty house, like this isn't a nice apartment. These are supposed to be basic. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's an interesting concept.
Poor people don't necessarily have shitty windows, though.
I mean, they don't have great windows.
But they still have windows. Prison Prison, you'll have shitty windows.
That's a
if you
window
get
right
glass.
there. Look, that's a window right there. And we can put.
That's more like a prison window.
We could put 2 of them, okay? So you get 2 of them. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting concept. I have to play with it. So either way, the point of this is the building, right? So when we're basically coming through and we're putting this in the locations, this is really what we're saying this is going to look like. And this obviously not this specific one, but this is what these structures going to look like, and this is how this is all going to kind of play out. That's really what we're saying, and I think I like this idea. So before I go all the way on it full blown, I'm going to copy pasta these structures real quick because I want to extract these so that way I have a copy of what they're occupying. Okay, that worked. And then I will have a good structure because I know that this is replacing blase blah de blah. Okay, is that all? Oh, no, I'm missing some. Or wait, no, I'm not. Nope. I just doubled up because I was handicapped when I did it. And I created multiple ones. Okay.
You did your initial block out, and then you made squares around it to put it more organic.
Right, yeah. Okay, so let's do actor. Let's do merge actor. And then we're going to go to meshes, engine, and we're going to call this entrance building 01. And then let's extract this. If we do 1 building a night, we should be done with the overall layer. Internet. OBS is disconnected. And it just connected again. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're coming back on, but it was...
Yeah, they killed it.
You definitely went funky there for a while.
They killed it. They killed the connection. Is everything still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, let me check on something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your head's still moving. I was on the vertical slice, so I was looking at something different. You're still moving, so there's no issue there.
Okay, yeah, it's saying that it's good now, but yeah, they basically killed the connection is what it looked like. That's cool, I guess. Not. And by they, I'm talking about Comcast. Okay, what were we doing? We were extracting. So I'm going to go to asset, export. What are we going to call this? We're going to call this, I don't care. It says entrance. That's fine, whatever. Export it. Now we're going to delete this.
And then get the little blocks underneath and delete them.
Yeah. And then I can throw this in here to do a test. That's really what I want to do. So let's say this is here. That's my entrance over there, so I don't really want to hit that up. But I do want to maybe say here.
This is all about Tetris.
Kind of. Again, I'm just... This is not obviously the real layout, but because I want to...
Yeah, but don't forget you can share walls. If you're not talking about windows, you can share walls, so you can actually have a shared wall.
A lot of these are going to have that. That's why that entire building that I just had has like a megaplex of walls. So that way we don't mess with that sight line. Okay. Push this down, just swipe it, same with this. Again, the purpose is just to see if this works. Okay, let's set time of day to be a little bit earlier. Let's play. Let's see what we get.
You go sideways, man.
Yeah, buddy. We gonna go sideways. Okay. So we have all of this, which looks good. I like those sight lines. Obviously, we need to figure out what this back area looks like. I haven't done that yet. Good sight lines here. I think that that's cool. I don't know if I like the pagoda top, but we'll play with it.
You'd have different varieties and all that sort of thing. Or if it's standardized, at the end of the day, poor people don't get a choice. It's just like, there you go.
Yeah. So I do like
the
this.
The only one I don't like so far is where it actually encroaches on the bridge.
Well, we're gonna again. I just hacked it in, but I agree. It's not gonna go like, and the bridge still needs a lot of work too for its entrance. But
either that, or you actually incorporate the arch over the bridge in that first part, so that it makes it disappear.
Where what?
So where you got the start of the bridge, where that building's hanging over.
Yeah.
You actually basically incorporate that as part of that, so there's an actual block / archway before you get out onto the bridge, so that way that sight line doesn't look like it's deliberately obfuscated.
I actually kind of like that too. What I might do is I might have something like that protrude over here, because I like how that is, and I might have that protrude over here, so that way you can't get over here and you have to kind of go into the city to be able to get over here. I kind of like that idea. And then that I can put an archway here that makes that look nice. So I do kind of like, and that'll kind of like encapsulate that.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. And then I think this needs to be, well, no, I want that sight line. Okay, no, I want that sight line. So no, I don't want to mess with that. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll play with what this looks like here. Yeah, I think this is good. And then I think we'll make it to where you can go underneath this. So I'll have a couple of entrances.
With the bridge and that archway, if you've got that sideline looking at the lighthouse from the far end, what you can initially have is the gates of that closed, because we still have to clear that island, right? So we actually have the gates of that closed because it's a defense against the monsters coming over, and as you unlock it, you can actually get that gate opened to get this sight line opened.
That's true too. It's not a bad idea. I mean, we're gonna see it anyways, so I'm not sure that I care. But I'm not opposed to that idea. Oh, the blocks are there. I'm not opposed to that idea either, in the sense that I forgot we have them hidden in game.
Yeah, it's just like we've got a road in Canberra that goes basically Anzac Parade, that war memorials on the side. But if you look down, it goes across the lake, and then you've got the Parliament House, and then the new Parliament House on top of that. So it's this big open sight line.
Yeah.
That's just basically a straight line from the war memorial going past all the memorials leading to the seats of government.
Yeah, that's true. Let me go high. La 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 la. I want to see what it looks like. So, I mean, it looks, I'm happy with it. I think the walls need to be structured a little bit better, and then obviously we need to have that difference in the structure for the thing. I think having some pillars on the side will add some depth, and maybe even some fancy like railing across the middle part where the second story is. I think that might be nice, and that might even be what we do is the first layer.
You could spur it onto the actual shipping part, so you could actually have the rail that primarily does shipping, and it spurs off for the pedestrian people.
That's what I wasn't talking about, but yes, I like that idea too. I was talking about in the house. Like,
Yeah,
there's a common theme where we have this wainscoting or crown molding, but it's not really crown molding because it's concrete, and then you have the crown molding on the top. I think what we can do is we can do a crown molding layer here where this flattens out, so that gives it some nice color, some like breakup depth, and then we'll do another crown molding on the second floor that lines up, so that'll give that some depth, and then we'll have some pillars on the outside that connect on all the things and would drive up and fly in, so that gives that depth too. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
That's all right. I was just thinking to myself, every time you go through the suburbs and you have that little bit that's been done by real estate, and they say like Wilmscott Gardens or Dover Heights or
yeah. That's true too. I definitely have seen that, so that's a good point. So long story short, I think I probably want something more static and less cheap, but I don't know yet. So maybe we'll put we'll keep a pagoda, but it'll be more concrete based. Again, we need the AC units. I think that's an important thing with AC tubing. I think that's a thing. And then,
well, AC in Mediterranean climate is actually not that necessary.
well, so they had the wind catcher like AC systems, right, from the old days. Because they would just catch the wind as it was coming across, especially in this type of area. It would be nice. The question is are the windows open, and are they like free flowing? If the window's open and I don't have glass that's covering this, which I'm okay with, then a big window sucks, because now I'm gonna have a ton of dirt inside there, and you're gonna have all the particles. If it rains, now you're screwed.
So just change it to the really cheap formal window, lightsaber window.
Yeah. So then we would need awnings, which I think are fine if we do the bigger window. I think having like an awning on the outside would be kind of cool.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
What?
The lightsaber window. If you've seen those windows that basically are TV screens that acts as windows but also act as a TV screen? Mm-hmm. What if you had a window that acted as a TV screen? For people living in the apartments, that sort of thing.
The whole purpose of the window isn't for the people. I don't care about the people. It's so that it looks decent on the outside. That doesn't solve my problem. I'm trying not to go brutalist. If I wanted brutalist architecture, then yeah, no windows. Get fucked. We want windows.
I want quality of life for the poor people.
Well, now they have better quality of life because they have windows. They're just gonna have shitty windows.
You're trying to turn the one flammable object on the roof into a concrete structure so we can't even riot.
Facts. Exactly. Well, you could riot. You could break up the concrete and then throw it at everybody. Be like, sa.
Yeah, but you haven't made any tools yet.
That's true. There are no tools. That's correct.
I mean, potentially all we can do is toss a couple of vines on one of the windows.
Hell yeah.
Have some greenery, you bastards.
Rapunzel. Let down your hair. Use the vines.
But we can't get out the window because you sealed it off.
It's not sealed. You can. I think I might be able to get in there. Hold on. Let me see if I can get in there.
Well, I don't know with T-post.
No. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, 3, yeet. Nope.
I just don't know how much of that was driving.
What if I go fast? Maybe if I go fast. The game doesn't... physics doesn't always work when you go fast. Ugh.
But here's the question. If you actually got yourself horizontal as opposed to this vertical state, would you go through the window, or are the arms longer than the window length?
No, it has nothing to do with the arms. So I can't show you right now.
I thought it was the collision of the model.
It's the cap. Nope, it's the capsule. So the capsule is vertical still. I am not. So what we would have to do is we actually modify the capsule. If I had sneak in and I hit control, and I change the capsule height to half height, then yeah, we could get inside. We could fly right through, no problem.
Okay, so what you've said just basically to me then is you've got the egg shape that still exists where the character's in, and then you've got the kit chicken inside it and basically turned it sideways.
There's no chicken inside of it, but yeah, sure.
No, the model being the chicken.
Look, I'll show you. You can see it. This is what happened. The character is here, and then the capsule is there. I don't know why he has a cockamamie like direct. Like, what the F is going on?
So he's like completely chucked out of it. His center is completely shifted.
Yeah, there's some weird crap going on. I don't know what's going on with that. I ain't messing with it. I don't care.
Yeah, last thing you need to be doing is flying feet first.
I mean, I don't care in that part either. That, like, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. That part, whatever. I just don't want to waste time trying to figure it out. Like I said,
No,
we'll get.
but that's
we'll get
checked
there.
up, mate.
We'll get there. Anyways, I like it. I think it looks good.
Yeah.
I think we're moving in the right direction. I think that there's some building structures that I still need to finish to get it kind of fully vertical and having the height already there. Like I said, I do like what this looks like. I think we're kind of moving where I would want this to move. Yeah, like I think something like this would be kind of cool, you know. And then we have the arch there. Grab that real quick. Yeah, something like that. I mean, I might even have to make this like 2 stories so that way this encapsulates this. That might be.
Yeah, I think make it a bit higher.
So
now
that
go
way
back and see how much it captures.
That way it encapsulates it as you get closer. And then that would give some verticality to these buildings, maybe. Because you want to have that there, so then, you know, these would have another story, have some verticality to it. This could be like a little land bridge that they can walk to on the 2 sides of the roofs or whatever else. So, because then that basically makes this tall, that makes this tall. So now you got some verticality to the section. Maybe a little too much verticality. Oh, fucking big, bro.
Just put a couple extra levels in it, so double up the levels you've got and put another saddle.
I don't know. Let's look and see. I do like it. All the way from back here, though. So the question is, do I want to see it from this sight line?
No, all you do is on the top, you basically can put crenellations or something that will make it disappear.
Look at how big that is. That's so massive.
I don't think you should have it revealed so easily like that. Have it go down, but the top just evaporates, and as you approach it, then you get the building coming in. So imagine the top was blocked out, and as you approach it,
I'm still gonna have to have that height to block it out. That's the problem.
Yeah, no, you just put some sort of object art like a statue.
Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll see.
Have the right statue. It completely blocks the sight line.
Yeah, but it's a statue. Like, what the fuck is the point of a statue? I know it's decorative.
What's the point of a statue?
I don't know. I don't know how I want to do that. I like where we're going with it for now. I think we'll play.
Could be an archer's tower.
I think it's fine. Like, I think it's fine the way it is right now. Like, This is fine. I think it makes sense. Like, it's not super. You can see. I just see like the little foreskin.
Yeah, you can probably go away with it and just say it's entirely a penis thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a foreskin thing. We're good. And then when I get here, now I can see it, and I actually like this size. Oh man, I do love this verticality. That's super nice. It's probably a little bit bigger than what I would want, but that's okay.
But there's slums, and it's also modern, and skyscrapers is not beyond the realm. So just simply stick another extra level on.
I do like that verticality. Dang. Yeah, I like that verticality a lot.
Which makes me question, as you're standing on the bridge and you're looking through the gate, what do we put at the other end to make it? Well, where you're standing on the bridge and you look through the arch, what do we put at the other end?
Well, nothing.
Do you just buffer again?
Fuck, dude. No, you know what I think it is because I'm pushing almost 50 megs. They're like, hey, let's kill the connection so that way we can stop it.
Yeah,
They shouldn't be able to kill that connection though.
You know as well as I do, corporations don't say shit, they just do it.
Fucking dumb, dude. Maybe I gotta get a business line. I am pushing a lot of data. And I'm on the unlimited data plan for that reason. So I think that's where this area comes into play. Again, this is like smaller buildings. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this yet. This is the quarry master and his all set up. So I think where there might be...
Do you know what I like about the verticality when you're looking from the bridge?
What?
You don't necessarily see the upper tier city. The upper tier happy people.
Yeah.
So you've got that sense of blockage as well. So areas can be opened up as you actually push in further.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think that's kind of what I do like about this. I like how this is kind of like broken up. This is the main entranceway. I like that being kind of there as the backdrop. So you get in, and that's kind of like the backdrop. I actually really like that. We can have this terrace all the way down, so that way it gives it a good... Like, this is a big, huge building. Lots of things happen. Maybe we can even have an elevator entrance down here or something. But point is this is a nice little entrance area. It's got a little concave here. Then you get in here. This needs to be moved because this needs to be a better entrance. This is how you get to the market. This is where you go to pick up your supplies. You've picked up your supplies. Now you have all your supplies. And then you go to the quartermaster or whatever to set it up to go to the big, huge city. Bam. You go to the big city. Or...
well, I don't think you have that. I don't think you have that entrance that comes from the outside facing into those buildings anymore. I think you rotate it 90 degrees and actually have it facing towards the
I don't know what you're
capital side. Your original entry gate from where you go up the dirt ramp type thing.
You talking about over here?
No. Original entry gate from Tutorial Town.
You're lagging. You're lagging. Wait. I think you're going to say yes once you see where I'm at. You should have already been caught up. The delay's that bad?
No. I was just looking at you at the gate into the shipping. Go to the gate that was where you were there. That one here.
Yeah, the lag is that bad.
Yeah, you've buffered a few times now, so the reality is you're probably... Actually, let me put that on and find out how bad.
If you do a refresh, you should be more close to the line. If I'm at the lumber mill, then you know.
Yeah, just refreshing now.
Yeah, if you refresh and I'm at the lumber mill, we know the delay is good.
You just arrived at the lumber mill.
Okay, good. Okay, that's not too bad. Anyways, so yeah, I'm looking at the main gate now. What do you want?
Yeah, basically, instead of having it come up sideways, I think turn it 90 degrees and actually have it go in, so you don't have to worry about the bridge.
From here?
Yeah. can come up the ramp, and they're basically the gates on the left.
Like here?
That way you can keep your buildings there.
No, I want I like this. I like this because it basically has a slow burn. And this is my sight line, right? So if I come here, I'm going through the trail. I get to see this nice little sight line and everything else, and then I work my way up into here, and this is fine. I'm gonna flatten it out and make it, you know, a better ramp, and then the ramp will end right here. So we have these nice building backdrops, and you know, maybe this is where some checkpoint shit happens or whatever else. But either way, I like it. I think I'm gonna stick with this. But I'll play with that idea too, because I'm not opposed to it. I kind of like the idea because this is a cool view too that I'm now, you know, looking at and working with. So that's kind of cool too.
Well, leave it for the moment. I mean, it's not even done through second pass in that area.
Oh shit, we're not even done the first pass. Like,
that is so disconcerting when you consider the model is halfway below the ground, because it's actually halfway below the capsule.
Yeah, well, so all I'm saying is I like this verticality. I think that I like how high that is. Now here's the downside. It does look cool, except for the fact that it's fucking slanted, and that's gonna be, oh my god, the bigger the slant, the worse it gets. So that is gonna have to be a custom building, which I'm not. If we're using triplanar textures, that's less of a thing. Like, I'm less worried about it and less concerned, because triplanar textures can really accommodate for that. I don't know though. We're gonna have to see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I am going to call it. I need to. It's almost 3 a.m. here. I gotta get some rest before work starts. So I'm gonna at least get a 2-hour, 3-hour nap. Appreciate everybody who showed up. I know there's a lot of lurking today. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. If you're on the vertical, there is a horizontal stream, so you're more than welcome to do that. And then join up on the Discord. I'll have the link inside the chat, and you can also get it inside of the description. So enjoy that. Let me know if you guys need anything, questions, comments, concerns.
Did you write Discord in YouTube and it didn't do anything?
Yeah, I gotta get it set up. My YouTube bot doesn't talk. It's just there. So I gotta go set up the commands for it.
All right. You have an excellent night, man.
Yeah, no worries. We hit almost 3 hours, so it's a good stream. Good old stream. I don't think starting at midnight.
And you got a working building.
Well, we have one building. Yes, we do have one building, and it has helped us to flesh out some ideas to get the second building in place, which I actually absolutely love. This is going to feel very much like a harbor castle town. I think that's a really good thing. A lot of the buildings are going to be stuck inside, and a lot of the movement and stuff will be inside, which is what I want. You're basically traversing the outside edges in a very minimal way. It's got some nooks and crannies that we can hide, things into, and people, and we can create little passageways. I think opening up some of these bricks, like I've got here, opening them up with an arch or two, and then having like an underbelly that you can kind of go inside and put things in. So like using these arches here and then putting them with an underbelly. I think that's something I would want to do. So if I was going to show it, I think it's something like this right here. Oh, that's way too fast. Put it on one. So, something like this. And then I'll make this look pretty, but that way they can go inside there, and then I'll do the same thing over here. So it might be like a little shop area underneath. So we're utilizing that space, or maybe that's the bathhouse or the pooper or whatever it is. But basically, we're giving some more space, so that way that's the reason why this exists. And we'll probably do that.
Buffering again.
Yeah, I know. They keep cutting the connection, man.
Yeah.
I'll probably do it here as well. I think that's my plan. So that way this really has some good kind of flow. Something like that, I think. So then you can go inside and there's like little thingies, and you'll have that on either side, so that way, it just feels more like there's depth, but you still have that claustrophobic close,
definitely want that claustrophobic, and where the markets are small, that space in the center is like probably the least claustrophobic area.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. This is where everybody's out here chilling and relaxing and enjoying. They did all their kind of stuff and went to all the places, and now this is where they relax. Okay, I am going to quit the stream because they keep trying to rate limit me, which is messed up. Little bastards. Yeah. Okay, you guys have a wonderful rest of your night.
Have a good night, peoples.